Hello comrades! Welcome back to another top tier workout. I'm going to be taking you through a juicy chest focused push day this morning. Let's get started. I haven't even warmed up yet, so what the hell was that first of all? Second of all, I'm going to start on external rotations. I hope you heard that noise. That tripped me out already. Here we go, part 2 haunted gym. External rotations. Warming up our rotator cuffs, 10 to 15 reps each side. You can have a variation of tempos here. So I'm aiming anywhere from 1 to 3 seconds back on the way down. Beautiful, switching sides. 3. Then next, I'll do the vertical external rotations. Beautiful. Vertical external rotations. Your warm-up is absolutely non-negotiable, especially on a push day when you're training your chest, your shoulders, your triceps, your entire upper body, anterior upper body essentially. Today's going to be a top tier workout, guys and girls. We're going quite heavy. Unlike our previous workout where it was a deload, today is no deload, far from it. Okay, let's just do some quick circumductions as well with our hands, some crisscrosses. Got my watch on as well, so to keep track of my heart rate, keep track of rest times, and keep you updated for how long the workout's been going on for. I'm going to also just do some overhead shoulder presses, single arm. Nice. Getting that explosive tempo in to elevate my heart rate, because as I mentioned, I'm going to be jumping right out the gates when it comes to my first working set. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time and then I'll see you in my first working set. Scratch that actually, I forgot to mention I need to do a muscle activation set. The first exercise of the entire workout is going to be a lying dumbbell flat chest press. An absolute top tier exercise, by the way, for any chest workout, any push workout that incorporates chest. I'm going to start on 20 kilos. I'll also walk you through the entire setup. So first and foremost, feet nice and flat. You're on the top of the bench. Flare out your lats and your chest out to the side. The second my scapula hits the bench, it stays there, but my torso shifts slightly up. This is so my chest is able to, be open, so I'm able to achieve the full range of motion in my chest and full flexion and extension. Now, from this point, my forearms and my elbows come in 30 degrees, and I'm driving up for 1 second without locking my elbows at the peak. Down, 2, 3. Now, at any point in the exercise, do not flare out your elbows, and make sure that your palms and your forearms also don't flare out too far away from your torso. All you're doing is keeping your feet flat, keeping the scapula driven into the bench, and maintaining this beautiful tempo on the way down, 2, 3, driving up explosively while contracting and squeezing your chest at the peak. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. That was so juicy. If I wasn't talking there, could have got a couple more reps too, but I'd prefer to be able to coach you, ladies and gentlemen, in the arts of the lying dumbbell flat chest press. Now we're going to be diving right into my first juicy working sets. I have 3 juicy working sets from here. Let's get it. Okay, for set 2, we are immediately whipping out the chalk. There's no mucking around here today. I don't want slippy palms. I don't want slippy fingers, especially from my first set. I'm here for business today. And because of that, we're gonna start on 35 kilos for my first working set. So let me grab those dumbbells. Nice and control. Beautiful. Let's chalk up the dumbbells. And look, I'm gonna say from now, I'm dropping the dumbbells safely and kindly. I'm not gonna break the dumbbells, but that's also to save my energy for the following heavy working sets that are gonna come after that. I'm not gonna waste my energy safely putting the dumbbells to my chest and then back to the rack. I'm gonna drop it to the side, roll it back to the rack, and then that way I'm conserving my energy for the, like I mentioned, for the next 2 heavy working sets that come after this set. So let me chalk up the dumbbells. They are 35 kilos each hand. And I'm aiming for 10 to 12 solid, controlled, juicy repetitions. I'm obviously unable to speak during this set, but I'll give you some technique cues again, just as a refresher. Dumbbells at the corner of your knees, feet nice and flat. Making sure that I'm in the center of the bench here. And I'm controlling my breathing. I want to gather my breathing back to a reasonable heart rate. Flaring out from now, my chest and, my scapula and my lats. Like I said, the second my scapula hits the bench, I keep it there, drive up my torso to open up my chest, bringing my elbows and my palms inward 30 degrees. Let's go. Easy, man. Easy, bro. Easy, me. 4, 5. I said I was gonna drop it, but that was actually really, really easy. So let me just sit here for 10 seconds. So you saw the tempo control, everything from posture to range of motion to flexibility and control was maintained. When I see a set like this for any client or anyone that I'm watching a video from, that's how you know it's time to increase weight. We're gonna go for the second working set, and I'm gonna go straight to 42.5 kilograms each hand. Let's get it. Okay, my heart rate's back to normal. I've already gone ahead and got the 42.5 kilogram dumbbells, put them on the floor. I've chalked up my hands again, and I've chalked up the dumbbells again. In about 20 seconds, I'll start setting up. I'll compose myself. Minimal talking this set. You already know how to set up. If you have any further questions on how to perform the lying flat dumbbell chest press, or you missed any specific technique, you ask it down in the comment section below and I'll reach out to you. I'm again aiming for 10 to 12 repetitions here. Let's go. Something else I didn't mention, make sure you're squeezing your core as well throughout the set, especially even now. because that's going to help you stabilize the dumbbells to double check that you are correctly set up. Flare, chest up, squeeze your core. 2 more massive breaths. Halfway. Only managed to get 10 there. Very interesting. I used to be able to do 10 repetitions on the 56 kilo dumbbells, each hand. But I took, I think, 6 months off from doing dumbbell flat bench press and instead switched my primary chest exercise for the Smith Machine flat chest press because I wanted to develop and build that exercise and build my strength in my chest while also just giving myself a break from the dumbbells. There's nothing wrong with this set now being a bit more difficult. Well, significantly more difficult actually. It's 42.5. Considering I was able to lift 56 each hand, wow, that's a massive difference. I'll probably reincorporate the dumbbell flat chest press again, take a break from the flat Smith Machine chest press. Now seeing how far I've regressed when it comes to the weight. Very interesting. For the next set, sack it. I'm gonna do 50 kilos each hand. I still got it, baby. 8 very solid repetitions, nice and controlled. And I squeezed out 8 repetitions, very nice. So I haven't regressed as far as I thought. I did 50 kilos each hand, 8 repetitions. My all-time max is 56 kilos each hand for 10 repetitions. We'll get there again, baby. Let's go. Okay, comrades. Exercise number 2, we have the machine overhead shoulder press. Now I'm utilizing this exercise to give my forearm flexors as well as my elbow and shoulder joints a break from the dumbbells. Yes, the dumbbells are insanely effective for muscle activation, muscle contraction, allowing you to go through the full range of motion and squeezing the hell out of your chest as well as your shoulders. But incorporating the machine is just going to allow you to just solely focus on your anterior and your lateral deltoid. Now, feet nice and flat, lower lumbar and your back completely flat on the bench. I'm driving down with my scapula, driving back with my scapula, squeezing my core as hard as possible, making sure I'm grounded again. Then hands shoulder width and parallel. Keep your forearms and your palms straight. So you don't want your palms doing this or this. Keep it straight, elbows in. Let's go. 70 kilos, 10 to 12 reps. 3 seconds on the way down as always. Now, see this? I've locked the machine at maximum eccentric. So the second my elbows hit 90 degrees, like you see now, it locks. I don't want to go lower than that because every degree lower than 90 degrees, you're just making your life more difficult for nothing. This is the full range of motion. Keep it there. This portion matters. 3, 2, 1. Then you hit range of motion full, max, then you drive up again. The whole time, driving through the sole of my feet, squeezing my core. Let me shake it off. Okay. When you reset like this, make sure that you set up again from the beginning. I knew it. So you might have thought that the set ended. I didn't change the weight. I just reset, took a nice deep breaths, exhaled. So I exhaled a few deep breaths and then I reset. I was able to get another 3 repetitions from time to time, as long as you are resetting like you saw me do. Take a quick 5 to 10 second reset and pump out the last couple of reps. Because I said I wanted to get 12. I didn't say I was going to get 10. Set 2, we are jumping right up to 86 kilograms. I rested for 3 full minutes. And we are aiming between 8 and 12 repetitions. Same control, same tempo, same technique cues. So let me run you through it one more time. Feet extremely flat. Driving your lower lumbar and your back into the bench. Scapula back, then up. Then down with your hands to make sure that you are just outside of shoulder width. Palms in line with your forearms, elbows down. And throughout the set, make sure that your elbows don't flare out to the side. Let's go. I can get 2 more. That was 8 reps. Let me just refresh. It's so hard to breathe when you have really heavy repetitions like that, because all you're doing is just focusing on keeping your posture and your stability and control. Far out. 2 more. Let's drop set. Second. 36 kilo drop set. Let's do a couple reps. Well, we woo, great success. All right. This time, I rested about 4 minutes. The strange thing is that my heart rate is still actually really high. Well, it's not really strange. I'm breaking myself in this session. The final working set here on the overhead machine shoulder press is going to be the maximum stack, 91 kilograms. If you don't believe me, let me take it off the tripod. Look, it's going to be heap shaky, but it is what it is. Look at that, comrades. Max stack, 91 kilograms. We're going to be doing a double or triple drop set here. So, let's get it. Did I get 7, you son of a gun? I don't know if you saw it there, but my left hand was struggling while my right hand had already completed the rep. Fair dinkum. Fair bloody dinkum. Give me one more rep, baby. Come on. Nope. Unlucky us. All right, 7 reps. It's all right. Drop down to 45 kilograms. So halving the weight for my drop set. Four reps, halving the weight again, 18 kilograms, less than half. Let's drop it again. 18, let's go down to 9 kilograms for the final drop set. And we're just gonna let the weight itself complete the reps for me. Very, very good. Exercise number 3. 1, 2, 3. We are doing decline cable chest flies. These are bellissimo. Okay, we're gonna start immediately heavy, so 17.5 kilograms each hand. However, we are doing high range hypertrophy, 15 repetitions. I've also set up an indicator for where the center of the cable rig is. That way, when I set up, I'm immediately in the center and marinating both of my pecs evenly. So, grab each D handle, tuck in your elbows like this, bring it to you, whilst simultaneously taking 1.5 steps forward or 2 steps, depending on your height. See that? 1, 2, or 1.5, sorry. Now from here, this is the maximum extension from my elbows. Do not allow your elbows to exceed past this point. This is the trick though. So when you're coming in, you're coming through and slightly up while scooping your elbows and your palms in, if that makes sense. So you're driving back 2, 3, then driving up, scooping in and squeezing. Squeezing the core, of course. And your torso remains in line with your neck from start to finish. Okay. Damn, I got a bit too ambitious. Let me drop the weight. 12.5 now from 17.5. I think I only got like 6 reps. Very good. 6 to 8, then about 6. Let me actually also quickly run you through the pathing of the cables. That way it makes a bit more sense. You start here, you're bringing down, in, and this is the maximum extension. What do I mean by extension? Your chest here is already fully extended. Past this point, you are just incorporating your redeltoids, your upper back, your rhomboids, which is all in your upper back. You're no longer incorporating your chest because you're past that point. Thus, keep your elbows max in line with your torso. Like I said, that's the maximum extension. Then you're starting in a fly. As you come in, you're scooping under and through. Back to a fly, then scooping under and through. The entire time, you're squeezing your chest, squeezing your core, and let me know how you feel, baby. You'll be able to see it a lot easier from this angle, from the front on angle. So, I took 3-minute rest. I bumped it right back to 17.5 kilograms. I won't be talking much this time because I want to complete a full set of 17.5. Damn it. 11 reps, man. I really taxed myself this workout. 11 reps, you son of a gun. My max here is like 22.5 kilograms for 10 to 12 reps. Fair income. But, as I always repeat, posture, range of motion, stability and control, then weight. Even if you've lifted heavier in the past, it does not matter. For this workout, for that set, do you have all of those 3 checked off? If not, I'm not going to break myself. I'm not going to go past technical failure just to try and prove a point to someone, which is you, ladies and gentlemen. One more set here, and then we have triceps. We are 1 hour and 15 minutes into our workout. Considering I had a 20-minute warm-up before I started rolling the camera, and considering I am shooting and recording today's workout, that's actually pretty good. Same weight, same repetitions for the final set, same drop set. I might even incorporate a double drop set. Let's go. Oh my goodness, come on, man. Was that 9? Fair income. Well, look, as long as I'm pushing to technical failure, that's all that matters. dropping down to 7.5 now. Very good. Very, very good. Very good. Very, very good. Very good. Very, very good. Very good. Okay, for our triceps exercise today and for the final exercise of the workout, I'm going to be doing a superset. So I'm going to be starting on a triceps long rope extension. Then I'm going to be supersetting with a supinated unilateral tricep extension. Okay, let's start with the triceps long rope first. Taking 2 steps back, then making sure that my torso is parallel with the cable. Very wide base of support, keeping my elbows tucked to the side of my torso. From here, all I'm doing is fully extending and driving back with my palms and elbows, controlling up for 3 seconds for the full extension. Perfect. Yes. 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 I'm aiming for 12 to 15 reps. I'm going to do 3 supersets, and that is more than enough volume to pump my triceps. Now keep in mind, I have 2 tricep workouts per week or every 7 to 8 days, because of course I have 2 push days. So one of my tricep push days are dedicated to compound tricep exercises, and the other tricep workout, like today's workout, is typically dedicated to accessory work. And I like to do supersets, drop sets, etc., etc. Compound exercises being forward leaning, tricep dips, lying tricep skull crushes, lying tricep extensions, just to name a few. Now with this exercise, same exact technique, you 2 steps back, wide base of support, and your elbows stay at the side of your torso from start to finish. All you're doing, full flexion here, full extension, squeezing and contracting. I'm just doing these to failure. Very good. Ooh, sir. Damn. Look at that. I feel this significantly more on my left. Woo! I'm not gonna lie, I think I did 1 more rep on my left hand. It is what it is. What a workout, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I am so pumped, so pumped. It's first thing in the morning, the sun hasn't even risen yet. I can see it's still black outside. 6:40 in the morning. I already had an hour and a half workout. Well, like, there's nothing better than training first thing in the morning, and you can't convince me otherwise. I've tried every other time in the day, and nothing lines up better than first thing in the morning. Third and final set here on the tricep superset. We have 22.5 kilos on the pin load. Again, 12 to 15 repetitions for the triceps long rope extension. Then we'll drop set for the next exercise. All right, that's done for the triceps long rope. Switching now to the supinated unilateral tricep extensions on 7.5 kilograms. Again, we're gonna go to failure for each hand. Ladies and gentlemen, if you learned something from today's video, please consider dropping me a like, subscribing to the channel. Look, my goal is to coach as many people as possible on the face of the planet, just to allow them to achieve their health and fitness goals and find coaching and education that's completely free, that they're able to take and utilize and implement into their own training to see results. If that is something that resonates with you, please, like I mentioned, consider subscribing, sharing the video to someone who you think might benefit from this video, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next video.